peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Glory, glory to the eternal, forever living God. We are blessed in this day because we going to take the time out. We going to take the time out to listen to our God when he's trying to direct us, when he's trying to teach us. We going to be still. We going to be patient in all of our day. Glory, glory to the eternal living God. It's your brother Jehoshaphat Israel here in the house that God has made. Now, it's the beginning of the week, family. And you know, the Lord, he already told me we going to have a heck of a week because he's already getting me ready for all the shows that I'm going to do for this week. But I was emboldened and I was empowered over the Sabbath. I just took and I just looked at Moses, you know what I'm saying? And the key thing that brought me out of the patriarch of Moses is complaining, family. Do you know the power that God has given us? I'm watching the clock, family. I'm watching the clock. Look. I got my login. I'm gonna get my login ready because I don't want to be late. I'm already in trouble. I'm trying to get the system thing that we have. So I'm watching the clock. I'm looking at the clock. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the clock. Look, I'm logging on right here on my other devices so I can log in early this morning time. Sorry for the visual. We ain't got no light this morning time. It's still dark outside. Glory, glory to the eternal for living God. Let me see if I could get family. He rested, you know what I'm saying? He rested on my spirit, family. You know what I'm saying? He rested on my spirit. I got 9 minutes, family. Can I be able to get this off my spirit? What he has rested on my spirit. Okay, now look. I looked at Moses. I was looking at Moses all Sabbath. I was looking at him, family, looking at him where he fell at. You know what I'm saying? Where he fell. He was not able to he was not able to get into the promised land because when he was at the rock and he was supposed to glorify God and he hit the rock, right? He wasn't supposed to hit that rock at all. He was supposed to sit there. He was supposed to glorify God in the middle. Okay, I was reminded that I got to glorify God in my times of need. But it still went back to the children of Israel being, good morning to everybody. Good morning. Peace and blessings. Glory, glory to the eternal forever living God. Family, we blessed, family. We got God in our life. All we got to do is just sit back and just lean and listen to him, family, and do what he say. Family, I'm not a heathen. I am not I'm not rebellious to God. I'm not no damn pagan. I'm not no heathen. And I'm not one of our brothers and sisters that are rebellious. A lot of black folk, a lot of people in general are rebellious to God because they want to do things their own way. They want to look at life their own way. They want to have their pleasures. They want to have their fun. I'm not a heathen. I'm not a pagan. And I'm not one of our rebellious brothers in God. So it's okay. You can listen. You know what I'm saying? You can enjoy your brother Israel. Now, the complaining, you know what I'm saying? These people, you know what I'm saying? Your ancestors, these people seen God split the Red Sea. They seen him sit up there and make blood come out the sky mixed with ice and fall on the top of men's head and kill them. They seen that. You know what I'm saying? They seen Pharaoh affected by the 10 plagues of Israel. They seen all of that and they still was rebellious. They still was acting like some pagans. They still was acting like some heathens. But the most part where they messed up is the glorification of God. You supposed to glorify God in your times of need. You supposed to glorify God when things are not looking so good. You supposed to glorify his mightiness when you are going through things. And every single time they rebelled and they were complaining, that's when God slapped them in their mouth. That's when God popped them on their head. That's when God bent them over, took down their little chonies and whooped their ass when they were complaining. Excuse me. Even though they seen all the miracles in God's hands. So don't complain, family. You know what I'm saying? Be grateful for what it is that you have right now. Whatever you got, whatever your lot in at life, your job, your home, your house, your children, your money, your health, every single thing that pertains to your life. Be grateful to God and don't complain, family. We have a habit, family. My hand is all the way up to Zion. I would be lying to you today if I said that I don't have to check my own self. Got to check. Got to check my own self, because I can't be falling into no complaints and having your God mad at me when I should be appreciative and I should be grateful, family, for every single thing that I have. We are not pagans. We are not heathens. We are not of the rebellious spirit that's going against God. We gonna fall in line. I'm looking at the clock. I'm looking. I know how much time I got. I know, family. I know. Look, I got my login and everything. Good morning. Good morning. Jeremiah, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's hard to pronounce the first one on there, but good morning to you. You know what I'm saying? Zaya 4893. Good morning to you. One of the okay, let me go ahead and fall into ministry for this morning time. Okay, now your father, he wants to let me know, just because it says in the Bible, if you're gonna be a preacher, let your house be in order, let the man be the man of the house. Okay, that's it, right? But just because a man doesn't have a wife doesn't mean that he's not a good man in God. A lot of my brothers, they knock themselves down because they sit up there and they be like, oh, well, you know, Jehoshaphat, I ain't got no wife. You know, I can't minister. I can't be a great man. That's a lie. That's a lie from the pit of hell. Yes, you can be a great man in God. It was so many of them. You know what I'm saying? Okay, look at Micah. God told Micah to sit up there. No, this is what Micah did. Micah sit up there and paid the dowry for his wife. He paid 7 years to be married to a woman. She ran off after he spent 7 years of his life to I can't say buy the woman, but pay the dowry to her father so they can have a hand in marriage. That woman ran off on him. He loved that woman. Okay, through his whole life, he never found love. He still was the man that God trusted in. He still was the man that God depended on to release a message to the people, to have the children of Israel fall back in line to divine instruction and divine order. Okay, off in his life, he never found. It was all like, oh, well, you know, Micah, you picky, you don't know what woman that you want. It wasn't that. It was God was keeping a placement open in his life. Now, further on in this life, 7 children came to that town. They didn't have nobody. They didn't have nobody. Micah took them in, and Micah raised them as his own children. That was his lot in life. Okay, who was it? Jeremiah. Jeremiah was in love with a woman, but God be sitting over there telling Jeremiah to go out there and give a message, and the same message that God wanted Jeremiah to give up, the people hated him for him. They mocked, they ridiculed, they shamed him. Okay, further in Jeremiah's life, Jeremiah went to prison for the things that he said about God. When Jeremiah got out of prison, the Syrian guards, the Jewish temple guards killed his woman. The only woman he loved, you know what I'm saying? The only woman that he loved was killed and was murdered. And love was never granted to Micah. Was never given to him like that. The other prophet, I say the last one, the other prophet. He never found love after that, family. Micah never found love. That was it for him. But he still was a man of God. God was still using him. So when people sit up there and they say, oh, you can't preach the word of God because you don't have your house in order, and a man got to have this, and a man, that's a lie. That is a lie from the pit of hell. Now, look at the other prophet. The prophet was in love with his woman. His woman went out there cheating on him. Eventually, over a period of time, she had children that wasn't his own. He had to raise them children. Even though his wife cheated on him and went out with other men, didn't even want to come home at nighttime because she was too busy cheating, he still loved his wife. He still wanted to be with his wife. She still gave him children that wasn't his own. It was so bad on his wife that she finally left him and went with somebody else, and they sold her into slavery. He had to come back, find his wife, buy her out of slavery, and marry her and treat her like the woman that she was supposed to be treated with the whole time. So these are just stories to my brothers to let y'all know, just because y'all not married and you don't have a household like that does not mean that you're not supposed to preach the word of God. It does not mean that you're not a good man of God. You are a great man of God. or woman of God, because God talks to everybody. He talks to who wants to listen. Okay, I'm logging in right now so I don't be late. I got all my stuff packed up so I could go. Now look at Jesus and look at his ministry. Jesus was never permitted love. God never said to Jesus, I want you to have children and I want you to raise those children up and you the son of God, but you have children. Jesus never had a wife. Jesus never had children, but he was still a great man in God. You know what I'm saying? He was still a messenger of God. He was the son of God. So you look at all these different men, and none of these men had women. Some of them had women that cheated on them, that left them. Some of them had women that were murdered. Some of them was never even promised a woman, but they still men of God. Am I logged in? Let me make sure I'm logged in. Jehoshaphat don't want to get in trouble this morning, Tom. Jehoshaphat ain't trying to, and then my phone is freezing up on me. It's saying that you can log in, but it's sitting there freezing up, so I'm gonna be in trouble because the phone is freezing up. So it goes back into the same. I got to get going. Peace and blessings for your day. We're gonna have a good week, family. God has already downloaded all this information, all these stories, and all the Bible that he wants me, so he's walking with me. Just walk with your brother. Take time with me. You know what I'm saying? Take time with me. We back. This is the beginning of the week. You know what I'm saying? Shabbat, Sabbath was yesterday. We here now. We got a whole week. Now I got to get going. Peace and blessings be to your morning. Glory, glory to the eternal, forever living God. I got to get going, family. My love to all y'all.